Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing. That's how you are not going to miss any of our future videos. Like the videos, that's how you let me know the kinds of videos that you enjoy and the kind of videos that I should keep on sharing with you guys. In this video, I actually have a new strategy that we are going to try and turn into a forex robot, because we hate doing things manually. So we are going to just try and turn this into a forex robot using one of our favorite EA builders, which is Fxdreema. Is for free, and creating your own forex robots here is basically free, especially if you are going to create them for MetaTrader 4, or and it's a matter of just dragging and dropping blocks. You don't need to know any coding or anything like that. So without wasting much time, by the way, did I ask you to subscribe? Yes, you need to subscribe. That's how you are not going to miss any of our future videos. For everything else, see the links in the description box below. If you're looking to download forex robots, courses, and things like that for free, everything that we do on this channel is for free. So see the links in the description box below, including the broker that I use, which is one of the best brokers in the world. I've been with them for more than 5 years now, and I've not had any problems with them regarding deposits and withdrawals. And one of their best offers is for $5, just $5, you can open a real life trading account, which you can use to test these robots. And if the robot is making money, if it manages to flip that $5 into $10, then obviously you are onto something. Then you can add more capital onto that robot. Otherwise, if the robot is not working and you lose the $5, it's just $5. But anyway, let's continue with our video. So apparently this is an extremely profitable 1 minute forex scalping trading strategy according to FX Trading Revolution. So it's not me who is saying that it's extremely profitable. Just in case somebody thinks, hey, you say this strategy is extremely profitable, why is it not working? It's not me. It's them that are saying that it's extremely profitable. So we're just going to turn it into what? Into a forex robot, because we hate doing things manually. So what we're going to do, the indicators that we are going to need, we are going to need a Bollinger Bands 18 period, an RSI, as well as the MACD, and a 3 exponential moving average indicator. So that's what we're going to use. Then the entry criteria, of course, we should be on the 1 minute chart, because what, it's a 1 minute forex scalping strategy. So you need to be on the 1 minute chart, and yes, you can enter trades in two ways: longs and sells. So for a long entry, you must wait for the 3 exponential moving average to cross above the 18 Bollinger Bands middle line. In addition, the RSI needs to be above 50, and the MACD histogram needs to be above 0. So what they're saying is this red line is the EMA, is the 3 EMA. It needs to cross the middle line of the Bollinger Bands, and RSI needs to be above 50 and MACD above 0 in order for us to make a buy. So that's what happened there, that's what happened there, that's what happened there. And I'm assuming it's also the same for the sales. We are going to look for when the EMA crosses below the Bollinger Bands middle line, and we're going to check that RSI is below 50 and MACD is below 0. So yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. So how do we turn this strategy into a forex robot? Because we don't want to be watching our charts doing this all the time, because we are lazy. So we are going to go to our favorite EA builder, Fxdreema, By the way, I'm not endorsing them and I'm not in any way affiliated with them. I'm just a guy who uses Fxdreema, and I like to show you guys how you can use it too. Without programming, you can simply turn your strategies into Forex robots. So the first thing that I usually do is obviously go for filters. First of all, I want to tell my robots to check that there are no open trades. I'm trying to limit the amount of blocks that I'm using, so you have people having various other blocks, but in order to use Fxdreema for free, you are going to be coding for MetaTrader 4, and I think you need less than 10 blocks to remain using it without subscribing. But if in any case you have a little money on the side and you want to subscribe, then you'll be able to actually create forex robots for MetaTrader 4 as well as MetaTrader 5, and obviously some perks, I think, like converting robots from MetaTrader 4 to MetaTrader 5 and things like that. So yeah, I think if you have a robot that is good, a strategy that is good, in the end it's probably going to pay back the money that you used to subscribe with them. So I don't know, go ahead and subscribe with them. I don't know. So that's the first block that I usually put in there, and then I want to also filter signals once per bar. I don't want to look for signals consistently on a single bar, so once per bar. So that's how I usually start my robots there. It's kind of redundant if you think about it, but in any case, anyway. So that's the standard there. Then we're going to go to conditions because we want our signals. So our first condition is the 3 EMA needs to be above the Bollinger Bands middle line. So how do we do that in Fxdreema? How do we do this in Fxdreema? We are going to go to our condition, and we are going to drag and drop it like that, and we're going to link it obviously, and we're going to double click in there, and we already have our moving average there. We are just going to change it to 3, and from simple we're going to change it to exponential. Obviously you can tick some of these boxes if you don't want to always come back to Fxdreema to change the values, so that you can always change these values on MetaTrader 4 without coming back to Fxdreema. So we just do that, and it needs to be above the Bollinger Bands middle line. Bollinger Band value is 18, so we're coming here and we're just going to look for Bollinger Bands. There is our Bollinger Bands, and we're going to make it 18. Sorry, we're going to make it 18, and we are using middle line already by default, middle line. So we are not going to change anything there, and we're just going to update. So we actually have programmed this condition. Then the second condition is RSI needs to be above the 0 line. RSI needs to be above the 50 line. Sorry, not the MACD is above 0. RSI is above 50, but we are not given any value for the RSI, so I assume it's going to be the default RSI. So we're going to again take a condition, and we're going to put it on there, and we're going to double click and go in there, and we're going to look for RSI. Where are your relative strength indicator? We're going to use default value there. Again, you can tick this box if you want to tweak it on MetaTrader 4 side without coming back to Fxdreema. I'm just not going to do that, and we are going to say value. We're going to say value, so it needs to be above the 50 line. It needs to be above the 50 line, and we are going to say update. Then the last condition for our buy, and we're going to link it together like that. Okay, the last condition for our buy is our MACD needs to be above 0. Again, we're not given a value for MACD. So we will assume that it's the default MACD values. So we're just going to use the default MACD values there, and it needs to be above the 0 line. We're just going to call it 0 there, and we're going to update. That's basically it for our buy condition. That's basically it for our buy condition, and we just come here and we put our buy now button there, and we just go in there, double click, and you can set the lot size that you want there. Some brokers it's 0.1, so that's a bare minimum lot size. For some brokers it's actually 0.01. I usually try to go with bare minimum lot sizing when you are trading with robots, because you know these things can be dangerous as well. So unless until you have practiced with them enough, you don't want to just send them your money. So maybe stop loss, we just make it 30, and maybe 30 again, maybe a 1:1 something there, because we are scalping on the 1 minute time frame, so you don't want to expect to hold these trades for too long as well. Then for the sell condition, we can simply highlight, instead of doing everything manually again, you can simply highlight everything there. We just copy and we paste. Already I'm fighting to be below 10 blocks there to remain free, and we just link everything like that, and we just double click and go in there, and we just do that. We just putting everything below now. Everything should be below now. That's how simply you can do this. And then we go and drag in a sell now button there, so now block there, and we can change our lot sizing to whatever minimum lot sizing allowed by your broker. Here we just make it 1:1. Again, you can tick these boxes. If you tick there, it means you will be able to change the values on MetaTrader 4 side without coming back to Fxdreema. But even I'm just showing you, so I'm not really bothered about this. So we are now on 10 blocks. What I usually also love to have is actually to have a trailing stop, so that the moment I'm in some money, I can basically protect myself. So we link it like that. Then in here you can basically change some values, some of these values here, and basically play around with the trailing stop, how you want it to kick in and how you want it to function, and we just update. So this basically gives you an idea of how to turn this into a forex a robot that you can actually use. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to name it FX Trading Revolution, FX Trading Revolution EA. Then you are done. Then you can go ahead and download the executable file and the source code. Then you can play around with it, and hopefully this strategy makes you money, as they claim that it's extremely profitable. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Like the video. Yeah, if you have any questions, if you have anything that you want us to turn into a robot, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.